have Chef Romeo joining us in the kitchen now from Romeo's Kitchen and Spirits. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me back.
Yes, are things starting to get busy at the restaurant?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, rail season for us, the Rocky Mountaineers are coming in. They go by the hundreds, so, you know, it's busy nights for us.
Okay, so those are big groups that you're doing?
Yeah, they come in like 6 days a week, so, you know, we got only Saturdays that they don't come around, but Saturdays are pretty busy
anyway.
For us, so.
Yeah.
It's good, can't complain.
That's right, you can't complain if you're busy. We're cooking up a beef duo today.
That's correct.
A couple of different things.
So it's one of the most, one of the newer menus that we have. We decided not just to give him one kind of beef, we wanted to use two parts of the beef. We brought in some brisket, and what we did was we braised them slowly. And the other part is the sirloin. It's also a good grilling steak, but what we did is we kind of poached it because we only have 5 minutes to cook it today. So a little salt and pepper to season that. And then what we're gonna do, instead of grilling it, we're gonna be using a cast iron. Cast iron is probably one of the cheapest pans that you can get, and it's very, very good pan. Obviously, it can hold a lot of heat, and that's what you want when you're cooking a steak. You kind of want to have a nice sear on the steak. So again, we cooked the inside part of this already, or the steak, and you can hear that sear. That's you're doing it properly, and that's what you want. You want it to caramelize, right? That's one of the biggest things when people cook steak at home. You don't want a pale steak. You want a nice caramelized steak. So you want almost like a crispy outside and nice soft inside.
Does it lock the juices in when you sear it like that?
Yeah. And it's the caramelization of the meat that makes it a little sweeter than the normal steak that you have.
Okay.
Okay. So again, as you can see, this nice caramelization of the beef there. And that's what I'm aiming for every time. Even when we're doing the grill, we want to make sure the grill is really, really hot.
Yeah.
We would usually put a good grill marks on them and finish them in the oven.
Right.
So that way the heat is all around the steak, not just on one side.
So you do the barbecue first, sear it with the marks, and then put it in the oven?
Put them in the oven, finish them in the oven. Right? That's a little technique that we use.
Would you do that at home?
Yes, I would. My wife's not a big fan of it because it gets really smoky at home, but that's the best way to cook a steak.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So one of the things that I like to do is I would finish it up with butter. Butter actually has like, when you kind of, I'm not saying burn it, but when it's starting to caramelize, it has that nutty flavor to it, and I really like that. And butter absorbs flavor. So when I put rosemary's and the thyme, it's starting to get that. You can start to smell that now. And then what you do is you just put a little bit of that flavor in the steak itself. I like doing this at home. We don't do it in the restaurant, only because a lot of people doesn't like too much butter or fat. Yeah. Sometimes
you've got to. Right?
Yeah, it's where the flavor is.
That's right. This is one of those times. How much of that rosemary flavor emulsifies into the butter and then goes onto the steak?
Well, the good thing is that, you ever have old butter and you left it open and you leave it in the fridge? Fat absorbs flavor or scent, odor, I should say.
Right.
And so what happens is when I use butter and I put the rosemary or any kind of herbs, the butter absorbs it, and then you coat the steak. So what happens is the steak would smell like the rosemary, and you get that flavor from it. So
that's nice.
That's one of the chef technique a lot of people do.
Good tips.
Yeah. So with the steak duo that we have, we had a couple of new things that we added on the dish itself. We made some chimichurri. Chimichurri is almost like a pesto, but this one is made with basil and cilantro. A little bit of jalapeno for a little bit of spice. Not really spicy, but just wanted a little bit of a kick. And also we're pairing it with what we call dukkha. Dukkha is like it's a Middle Eastern spice mix and nuts, actually. It's a couple of, we made it a little different. We made pistachio with it, and we put some fennel seeds.
Delicious.
And when you try it later, it's absolutely amazing. Okay. We brought in some mashed potatoes. I can't make mashed potatoes in 5 minutes, so we brought it in.
No. Okay.
Right. Our mashed potatoes, we actually we put it through a ricer, so we want it really, really fine, so it's nice and fluffy. So when you eat it with the steak, it's almost like a second sauce in a way.
Nice. You put it through a ricer.
Yeah. You can get that at a superstore and stuff like that. Just the thing that looks like there's like a little handle to it. Exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So again, the steak, a lot of flavor in that already. It's nice and tender. I cooked this at medium, so just right there. A little bit of the greens that we have. Today I brought in some bok choy. I like the greeny, greens in the dish itself. I think it's nice to go with a steak. A little bit of that roasted cauliflower.
Your presentation's always top notch.
Well,
Looks fantastic.
Always got to try to.
You've got to
it's
try,
the first
yeah.
thing that people see is
Sure.
the food, right?
Sure.
And if you don't like it, the looks of it, you probably won't like eating it. So you want to make sure that that's not the case
Now,
here.
what's in here? What's hiding in here?
This is the beef brisket that we cooked for, I believe, 7.5 hours
Really?
in a really low temperature. What we did is we actually smoked it first,
Yeah.
and we cured it a little bit, and then yeah, so we just braised it, and then that's what we call it, beef duo. So there's two kinds of beef.
Sure.
It's in the dish itself, and a little bit of that sauce from the reduction of the bones.
My mouth is watering. It looks
it's
so good. And by the
absolutely
way,
amazing.
you can smell that rosemary on the set right now, and that for
It
me,
changes
I love
everything.
rosemary. I know.
Sometimes
I love
when you
rosemary.
eat steaks, it just tastes like beef.
Right.
It kind of needs help a little bit.
Sometimes it needs a little help.
Yeah. And a little bit of that, like I said, like the dukkha. So a little bit of spices in there. It's
Romeo,
not
you're
spicy,
the best.
spicy.
Look at you go. Look at how great that looks.
Just a little bit more texture, a little bit of saltiness.
Yeah.
It's a different flavor from the beef.
Beautifully
we have it.
done.
This
What
is
do
our
we
beef
call
duo.
this? Beef duo.
This is a beef duo, pan roasted sirloin with smoked brisket and dukkha and a little bit of chimichurri.
It smells delicious. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty there.
Thank you.
Chef Romeo, always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so
thanks
much.
for having me.
Yes, you're so welcome, and we hope you'll come back. Keep coming
course,
back.
absolutely.
If you would like to make a reservation or try out the beef duo, of course, you can certainly give them a phone call, make a reservation, romeoskitchen.ca. The phone number is there as well. We are back after a quick break. Stay with us.